Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's me. I'm here with a brand new build. This one's actually very interesting. So this one is based around the artifact, the reforged tantu totem artifact. Um, this is a very interesting build. The reason why is because weapon masteries come back. Like, it feels so natural with the whole weapon mastery plase of this with this artifact, um and it's really nice that they're changing this and implementing the hybrid system what was in this game, and making weapon mastery a thing again. I really like that take, what they're doing with this, but we'll get into it. So, as you can see, white mods. We got blast adapter in our brawling. I've got supercharged circuit breaker in my helmet. We've got might in our neck. We've got arc lightning in the back. We've got extended supercharge in the chest. Restorative overcharge in my legs. Tumbler master in the boots. Max damage in the hands. We are running a transformation card and a strategist card with the reforged tantu totem. This build is actually, it's I'm liking it. It's different. But let's jump into it. So skills, obviously we have electrocute. This is for our AoE. This does a lot of good AoE damage. We take the wide, and I'll explain why we take this in a minute. Obviously we have arc lightning, electrostatic bomb, volcanic blast, and circuit breaker. In terms of my allies, we are taking Superman, luck of the draw, and I'm taking static. This is optional. If you didn't want static, you could run Warrior's Resolve for the additional might and prec. I'm just gonna run static because what I want to run, really. But yeah, let's find a little quiet phase. One. Well, we've only got 2 phases up. Hopefully, there's no one on them. Alright, there's a guy over there. And there's a guy over there. Oh well, we'll just do it on these instead. We'll do it on the broken ones. So, in terms of the way that we're spec'd, I'll cover this first. So obviously we take our weapon into the weapon mastery, which is brawling, into the martial arts, and then we take the shuriken storm mastery. Obviously then you get your super speed with your resistances. After that, get the iconic super strength for the 10% weaponization rating and the extra weapon skill. And then from there, this is where it gets interesting. Technically, we're still spec'd as might. But the difference is we're not superpowered. We're not going pure superpower. We're doing hybrid. Because we're doing the weapon attacks, we take the hybrid. I've tried all 3 of these with weapon mastery, and this is the most beneficial way of doing this. Okay? So, don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, but if you go pure weapon expert, you'll pull more. No, you won't, because I've sat here and tested it. So yeah, do hybrid, critical attack chance, critical attack damage, might and power, then precision. Okay, this is how this one's gonna work. So obviously it's 1 and 2, 3, and you do weapon masteries in between everything. Other than when you have to repeat with them too. It's the only time when you want weapon mastery is when you're rinse and repeating. To start the fight, you weapon mastery. But when it comes back around for them again, I wouldn't bother weapon mastery. I would just clip them and then continue about your business. Obviously, you can see that we just got maybe 2, just under 3 rotations off there before we're out of power. And that's on these the glitching things. But to the fun part, chat. Here we go. You ready? Of course you're not. There you go. So you can see we did 3.4 mil, 3.6, 3.2. Like, we're hitting good numbers with this. This is insane, dude. Like, 3.6. I mean, I hit a 3.9 over there. Like, on these ones here. Sorry, bro. Stealing your shit. Get to. So obviously you can see that we hit a 3.6 just a minute ago. Let's scroll down now. Let's see what we get to. There's a 3.7. Okay. Keep going. A 4.2. A 4.2 mil. Another 3.7. 3.1. Another 3.6. But yeah, there you have it, dude. A 4.2. We hit a 4.2. That's insane. It's insane. It's stupid. It's broke. It's not broken. I'm joking. But it's strong. And it's a nice different way of playing. I'm actually very enjoying this loadout. In terms of AoE. Single target, not so much, but we will cover it. So for the single target, what I came up with, I forgot to do my ally. You can either run static or you could do Zod. I'm doing Zod in this case. I just think it's probably a little bit better for the single target. Obviously, the white mods do not change. They stay exactly the same as my AoE. And then obviously the way that we spec this one is obviously dual wield into bow, and then you take the flurry shot mastery, and then from there obviously get your super speed, and then from there get into iconics. You don't need heat wave, the heat vision. I had it because I wanted to test it, and I've just not reset my skill points to get rid of it because I've got enough skill points to do what I need to do anyway, so I'm not really too worried. But yeah, I would take robot psychic and I would take super strength, and then obviously from there hybrid, critical attack damage, straight into might and power, then into precision. Okay. See, now the reason why we run the weapon buffs on both of our loadouts is if we go over to the stat page, you can see our precision is 125,257 just as it is. If I hit this and then go back into here, it takes it up to 157,361. So what that is actually doing for us is increasing our damage from our weapon attacks with the hybrid. Which in turn gives us more damage, which in turn reflects with this artifact, right? This artifact right here. And it allows the lion aspect to do more damage. It allows the cross weapon combos to do more damage. So yeah, it's definitely a very nice thing. But let's jump into rotation for a single target. Obviously, it's weapon mastery 1, 2, weapon mastery 3, weapon mastery 4, weapon mastery 3 again, weapon mastery 4, weapon mastery 1, 2. And it's just rinse and repeat. Like I say, it's a different way of playing. I don't mind it. I think it's not too bad. It feels like I'm playing precision, but I'm not playing precision. I'm pretty sure I was collecting damage on them. I always forget about that. If I stand too close to them, look. Don't be fooled by people. Because if I stand here, right? This is where we kind of roughly were. And I do them two. You can see my things on this guy, right? But I'm still damaging this one over here. You can get them on both. Yeah, there you go. See, they're on both, look. So you gotta be very, very careful when people are doing their loadouts. Because people could be swindling you and you won't even know. Okay, so I'm actually gonna stand over here. And we're gonna stand closer to these things so we don't affect them. Okay? Let's get it. So obviously, yeah, it's just weapon mastery 1, 2, weapon mastery 3 into 4, weapon mastery into 3 again, into 4, into 1, 2. We still follow the 2 mil. I think. We'll see in a minute. So we're still pulling good damage. Let me get rid of this. So you can see here that, so if I scroll up, you can see that we did that 2.1 mil, but that was because we were, look, 6 targets, look. So that's no good, that's no good. Where it starts to say one target, here we go. So we're starting to get in the 1 target range here. This is 1 target. That was a mil. Here's 1 target, that's a 2 mil. We got another 2 mil on a 1 target. We got a 1.7, a 1.8. And yeah, there you have it. So we're hitting 2 mil easy on a hybrid build. Okay. So it's really not out the way. I think it is nice. I think it's different. It's a different way of playing. I like it because I like the old weapon mastery might loadouts, what we used to run. They were kind of fun. They were unique. They were fun. They were different. And the fact that the devs have created this artifact to kind of somewhat bring that back into the rotation of things, I like that. Because it's another option for people to play. That being said, you're still going to need quite a fair bit of skill points, because obviously you got to be dabbling into might and prec. That being said, I would still prioritize might first, might and power. You know, if you had just enough to do your might and power, for example, and you didn't have any going into precision, that's still fine, because I still think you would still pull reasonably good damage. It probably wouldn't be as much as mine, because obviously I've got that additional, I think it's like 30 I've got in there, like 27, you know. So obviously with me putting this in here, it is increasing my weaponization rating. It's increasing my weapon DPS, you know. So obviously I'm getting additional buff status damage from having that additional extra skill points to put into that, right? But realization is you still get weaponization rating with might and power. You just won't get that additional weapon DPS. Okay? So it's not the end of the world if you don't have the skill points to fill these trees like I have. You know, if you just got enough just to say like you got 150 just to put into might, that's fine. Still try it because you might find that it's actually very enjoyable. I think it's very enjoyable to play. They're different. That being also said, with a single target, with the pure might one, it's still gonna do good damage. You know, with the pure might, you know, you're still gonna crack out them damage. But as you can see, it's a totally different playstyle. You know, you're not doing your weapon mastery. Like you're just doing a ranged attack, and then weaving a ranged attack in between skills. Do you know what I mean? And that's how that's played. That being said, it does good damage. Obviously, as you can see, I did a 1.5.8 mil, so 1.5, nearly a 1.6 mil, without my sidekick up. So like, when you take that face value in terms of how good the weapon mastery damage is versus pure might, they're very, very even. Okay, they're not out the way of each other. Like they're very on par with one another. One thing I will say though, the AoE does perform better than my might AoE. But in terms of single target, I don't think the single target is there fluctuating too high in a difference. So that's just where I'm at with it. So personally, I think if I'm going to play this, I will probably do my AoE hybrid, and then I'll do my single target pure might. That's just where I'm at with this. But I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy the content what I always try and bring to you guys. I may as well cover my healer here again, you know, just for people. I have changed it up a little bit. Obviously, we're pure healer. So we got Biocat, Recover, Biosurge, Art Lightning, Galvanize, and Flux. Obviously, then we go into Superpowered, into the Critical Healing and the Critical Healing Magnitude. And then we take Restoration. After the Restoration, I go straight into Might and Power for the additional power. And then the only other thing I've changed since last is we took away Static. I used to run Static, and I used to run this one, the increased critical healing chance by 11%. I took that off because it just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. It just didn't feel that great. I've actually found doing these two to be a lot better. Oracle and Cyborg pod together is just it's magical. You know, I can sit here and spam, and then my 6th ability, I'm gonna get near enough 60k power back. You know, it's just wiser to, you know, do that. You know, I literally sustain. Like I don't need a troll. Like I can sustain on my own. You know. As you can see, we don't fall below halfway, and we go up so quickly. It's just ridiculous. So that's the only thing I've really changed on my healer. But yeah, have a good one. Take care. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.